What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Gabe here, and we're here for this video today. We're going to be looking at Brownny's rescue mission on Uranus, the '90s edit there, not the current one that I'm doing for the play and the Yumiko book, but what it was originally written as when I first wrote this in the '90s there for the Disney writing contest. Yep. And also was edited by my mom as well there, and sort of had some inputs on there for to kind of help the story. And also, as I'm recording this, I have just finished the shortened script where I've condensed it to just one scene. So I will be a little bit so at some point later on, if I don't already have it up or anything like that, but some point later on I will be letting you guys know what's up with that, because I did email the shortened script to Sherry Gray of Lumpy Grits Productions. So she's kind of waiting for her to see what think of it after looking it over and everything. I know that's probably going to take a while also, because you got because there's also other scripts being entered in this play festival too. So matter of fact, I mentioned to you guys that EJ, the Supreme, he gonna be a part of my play, but he's also writing one too there. So yeah, be able to see what he got going over there. So, and also as I'm recording this, he's about to do about a couple of days from the day that I'm recording this video, he's gonna be doing a show, a play. Well, he said a show, but a play that he's gonna be in, that he's been preparing for, and he gonna be the final performance, and then he's gonna take a little break before getting into anything else there. So yeah, don't overexhaust themselves. So yeah, but know how it is. We be one. How we want to get in this, we want to get in that. I mean, I've been in it too, especially when I first started on YouTube. I was trying so many different things with YouTube, along with still thinking I was going to be able to still write my books, which I kind of was, but yeah, YouTube kind of took more of the time, and I was doing so much more with it, and I'm kind of, in a way, doing things with it now, but it's still tying in with my books, and not even also like the books I'm writing, and even like past books that I've been reading on the live streams, and then projects also tying in with the books. And still doing some other things on the side, but yeah, but the books have been more front and center now, which has really helped out a lot, and still able to do the channel by like, hey, this is what I'm doing my book. So yeah, so really come a long way there. Before we get into this, I just want to let y'all know, definitely like, share, and subscribe. Definitely get our available books, as I mentioned there, like especially Yumiko and our other books like Star Striker and Bubbleina and all that. And also definitely support us on that Patreon, just like Iceman Universe, and show him some love too with his full length, be able to see full length reactions that he got, like Hey Arnold, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ed and Eddie, Naruto, and One Piece. And also definitely support the Miracle Crew, EJ the Supreme, Big Sis Casey, and Queen Tina. Kind of went backwards a little bit, but yeah, definitely support us as the Miracle Crew. And also, you hang out with us in the live streams, Discord, and on Facebook. And let's tell each other some stuff on that Macari app. And also, as speaking of that Macari app, as I'm recording this, like I say, it is a beautiful Thursday morning. Not too about probably 12 o'clock noon in a little bit, but it's a beautiful Thursday morning. Make a couple more videos after this, and head out and pick up a few things. I'm hoping that I ordered the Transformer Depth Charge from Beast Wars on the Macari app from somebody after making a few sales there with my Macari credits, and I'm hoping before at least between now and Saturday that depth charge will arrive before before my vacation's over and everything. Get a little time to, as Cat said, the dog, play with it. and then of course, after, at some point, there will be a review on Death Charge there shortly after I've had some time of, as Randy Savage say, playtime. Not the kind of playtime he was talking about. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. And also check out a short I did probably pretty far down the line on my channel, but there is a short I did I think there's like 2 versions of it there, because I think I did like a remake on both on this channel. But with me, what if Randy Savage was my boss? But it should be in the list of shorts, probably the playlist, videos 3 minutes or less playlist there. Just scroll down that playlist, you'll see it. And like I say, it should be 2 versions of it. So like, you got some time left on this clock. Alright, let's get into Brownny's rescue mission on Uranus, the 90s edit, by Gabriel King Gabe Johnson. That's me! Yay! One very hot summer day in the middle of July, Brownny the dog's trouble alert went off, almost like Courage the dog, or the cowardly dog. Say Brownny the dog. Also, for some reason, there's a minor edit error here where I put a space between the J and the U in July. I know I'm trying to say July, but somebody reading it not knowing that might. Well, they probably would figure it out too. But just imagine somebody reads that as J Oli. All right, Brownny the dog's trouble alert went off. It was the king of Uranus. Oh, Brownny, you have got to help us. An ice monster kidnapped my daughter and took her to. Okay, said the ice. Okay, King of Uranus. I got a good voice for that one. Oh, Brownny, you've got to help us. An ice monster kidnapped my daughter and took her to the ice cave of his evil ice master, he exclaimed. I'm on my way, said Brownny. Brownny quickly prepared for his trip to the planet Uranus. He called for his protective battle gears and his Brownny mobile. Yes, he did have a Brownny mobile, which turned into a space rocket, and he drove very fast. Soon, Brownny was far away from the sun, 2,870 million kilometers to be exact. He began to feel very cold in the middle of July. Brownny turned his heater on in the Brownny mobile. Just as Brownny made his landing on the planet of Uranus, the ice monster appeared. Everything around him looked blue, including the ice monster, because of the methane gas that was in the atmosphere. Brownny shot his heat laser, but it was useless. So he took some special ice melting powder and sprinkled it on the ice monster. The ice monster quickly started melting, and there was only a puddle of water to be seen. But it was not long before 2 more ice monsters appeared from the spot where the puddle of water stood. Brownny stood in great amazement. He could not believe what was happening right before his very own eyes. Though one of the ice monsters began spinning an ice web and trapped Brownny right in the center of it. Brownny was able to break out of the ice web by pressing his heat laser. The other ice monster started throwing Uranus ice rocks at Brownny, but Brownny was able to put a stop to this by using his bubble gum to blow a giant-sized bubble, which made an unusual loud pop as it popped in both the ice monsters' faces, which we didn't think about this back then when it was written, but kind of make me wonder, you're in space and you have an astronaut and you obviously have a spacesuit on. How would you be able to get the gum through the spacesuit in order to As Linkara would say, don't you know anything about science? So, like I say, apparently he was just able to do that. So, the noise was so loud and the force from the pop was so strong that it caused a small Uranus quake to take place. As a result of this Uranus quake, the ice monsters broke into many small pieces and became Uranus ice pebbles on the planet of Uranus. The ice monsters of Uranus were now history and no longer a problem for Brownny. Although Brownny had conquered the ice monsters of Uranus, he now had an even bigger and harder challenge to deal with. And that was the evil ice master of Uranus, which everyone on the planet greatly feared. Brownny had to figure out a way to defeat this evil creature and rescue the king's daughter. He started thinking. Then he called for his extra super protective battle gears, which included an extremely high power heat laser. Pretty much, as in Power Ranger language, that would pretty much just be a battleizer. Now Brownny had everything he needed in order to defeat the evil ice master, but he realized that he had to think of a way to get inside of this evil creature's ice cave so that he could rescue the king's daughter. So Brownny started thinking again. It was not long before the idea came to him to transform into an ice monster. And I'll be reading that to you in another video, but I actually used that transforming into an ice monster idea. But when I read y'all the shortened script, y'all find out how I adapted that for the play, as well as the upcoming book. Which, spoiler alert, the play, I told y'all the play is going to be September 13 and 14, but the novel number 4 of Yumiko, which will adapt the story as well as the play, will be released next year in 2026. More than maybe possibly early, we're not sure, but somewhere in the spring, like I say, maybe earlier, but yeah, I do intend for it to come out in the spring of 2026. So yeah, but I probably would be done, worked on it before then, and yeah, then take a break with the holidays. Bubbleina will be out. Then yeah, then like I say, that next year, the fourth Yumiko book. So, all right. He knew if he looked like one of the ice monsters, which he already destroyed, he could very easily get inside the ice master's cave with no problem at all. Brownny went into a deep meditation about looking like an ice monster. He meditated so hard until it was not long before he actually started looking like an ice monster. Yep, the meditation thing was actually, I think my mom had that idea that got into the story, because we always, whenever my mom and I had Bible study here at the house, me and her, and also and then Bible study at the church and stuff like that. One of the things that was always talked about a whole lot was having faith, and what you could do with the power of faith there. So the whole thing with meditation there. Yep. So okay. So yeah, that's kind of what led to that idea, getting into the book, into the story there. Now Brownny was ready at the time, and the time had come to rescue the beautiful princess. He made his arrival at the evil ice master's cave and very bravely walked right in. Once inside, he saw the evil ice master and the beautiful princess, who was frozen and trapped in an ice web. The evil creature stood admiring the lovely princess as he spoke his evil thoughts out loud. He said, "One day, I will be the king of Uranus, and you will be my beautiful princess." Or better yet, let me try this voice here. One day I will One day I will be the king of Uranus, and you will be my beautiful princess. Immediately, Brownie spoke out loud in a very angry voice, saying, "Never in a lifetime will that happen." It was then Brownie's transformation started to wear off, and he was looking like himself again. The evil Ice Master quickly turned around to attack Brownie, but he was not quick enough. Brownie was faster than lightning. And when he shot the evil creature with his extremely high power heat laser. Make sure I'm not skipping a page. Oh, it's only 3 pages. Okay, I thought it was 4 at first. Shooting him with a magical heat that gave him a warm heart. So almost like the what they call the purification in season 4 of Digimon. Fractal code digitized. And technically, I would say this, the way this is written, would be more like Sailor Moon style when she does that. Like, moon healing escalation, and then he'd be like, refresh. And there was one person that was like, you're not gonna get me to say refresh. Oh crap, I said it. By now, Brownie realized that he had conquered the evil Ice Master because his evil spirit had been destroyed, and he no longer had a desire to be evil. I think a lot of that idea as far as the purification there, I think that kind of stemmed from also, a lot of what we read, in the Bible about, people being possessed by evil spirits, especially like in the New Testament. Remember, Jesus cast out a lot of demons there, especially the guy named Legion. And then one possessed person that shouted out right in the synagogue, like, Jesus of Nazareth, leave us by! And Jesus say, I mean, you just think you're Jesus in the middle of teaching about the kingdom of God, and somebody possessed just shouts out at you, and Jesus turned like, get quiet! Ah! Come out of him right now! So, yeah. Yeah, Jesus was, when it came to cast them demons out, Jesus wasn't playing around. Yeah, but don't get me started. What happened at that temple when the priests were defiling the house of God? Oh boy! The evil Ice Master was so sorry for what he had done. He told Brownie to please return the princess to the king. He released her from the ice web. Brownie sprinkled her with his special ice melting powder to melt the ice still around her. The princess was returned to the king. He was very thankful to Brownie. The Ice Master, who now had a warm heart, was no longer evil and spent his time doing good deeds on the planet of Uranus. No longer did anyone live in fear, and no longer was anyone evil, for Brownie had heated the cold planet of Uranus with the warm power of love. And all lived happily ever after. Brownie's rescue mission on Uranus had been completed. It was now time to return to Earth and prepare for his next mission. So that was the 90s edit of the story that will be the 4th book of Yumiko coming out next year. But first will be a play on September 13th and 14th. So pretty ironic, and also continuing Yumiko's adventures, while at the same time bringing forth some old stories there. This is what was said at the I got it in the printout here. So the end. Creative Story Magic Contest. Got a little picture of Tinkerbell here with the Disney Channel, and a picture of a random person saying, "Yes, we got your story. Wow, you really worked hard.
Oh, I can definitely tell. To say thanks, here's a special little pin from your friends at Disney Channel. We hope you'll use it to keep creating story magic at home and at school. And when you're not writing, look for movies every night at 7, 6 Central on Disney Channel's Magical World of Disney.
Or the magical world of Disney.
That's where we'll show the winning story turned into an exciting cartoon. So, keep on writing.
And that's what the little thing looked like there.
Yeah.
So, although sadly I don't think I have the pen, but I do have pens and pencils as well as a computer. So I still have that. And recently, of course, the colored markers that we used to make the friendship symbol in the little video we made before the Superman review with the Miracle Crew. So yeah. So that was it there. Not like I say, just a little, just short and sweet and to the point. But like I say, didn't quite meet up to the standards of, I guess, to make a cartoon off of it. But hey, like I say, and then like I put in the first Yumiko book, I made a reference to that contest when Samuel was explaining about the world of Yumiko, and then after that explained about Brownny. Say when he said, well, talk about all the different things that Brownny did, and mentioned about the biggest adventure being when he saved the mayor's baby daughter from an army of ice monsters that kidnapped her, which is actually Anna, but that's not his baby daughter. But Hiko will be corrected in the fourth book. He kind of, a little spoiler alert, Hiko kind of got the information mixed up a little bit. That's why when he's talking to Samuel here, he mentioned baby daughter, and that actually occurred during the making of the play version of the next book that's going to be coming out. So yeah, that's a way to correct that and still keep the flow of the series of the stories natural. Where it's like, oh, I kind of got that mixed up there. So yeah, and then he mentions that he wrote it for a writing contest for Imagine That Comics, which like I say here, my story was written for a Disney writing contest, but here in the book he says Imagine That Comics, which is pretty much their universe's version of DC Comics there. And he was and if he had won, Brownny would have had his own comic book series and possibly a television series and even a movie. Which, hey, this could still happen. We keep on progressing Yumiko and all the other creations here. So yeah, like I said, yeah, and then of course Samuel said, just because you didn't win that contest doesn't mean Brownny won't ever be known to the public. Just keep trying until it happens. And what do you know? You guys here on YouTube know about him now. So and soon that will spread through further presentations like the play, for instance, and who knows what else after that. So like I say, got to start from somewhere. Play's not, as I say, and I never did think about starting as a player first, but opportunity came open, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, see where, as Uncle Phil say, I'll see where this goes. Because, hey, I mean, you see where how Tyler Perry started with the plays there. So that's all I got here. Like what you heard and everything, that little short story, and what it's going to become like for the play in next year. Definitely like, share, and subscribe. Get our available books like I've been showing you and telling you about. Also, definitely support us on Patreon, just like Iceman Universe does. See some of his full-length reactions to the different shows I mentioned earlier. Also, support the Miracle Crew, Queen Tina, Big Sis Casey, and EJ the Supreme. And also, definitely hang out with us in those live streams, especially reading through some of these old books like Heroes of Dreams. And trust me, the live streams will continue with even more stuff, more than just Heroes of Dreams, because like I say, it's 12 Heroes of Dream book plus a anniversary book, 2 other books that are in the same universe as Heroes of Dream, and kind of connects with the anniversary book. Yep. So yeah. That, and there will be other, like I say, readings on the live streams there. Yeah, they're definitely coming up there. Even books, even from other authors there that I really like that I have here at the house. So they are coming, and definitely hang out with us on Discord, Facebook, and we can sell each other some stuff with Netflix Carry app. Just like someone sold me Depth Charge, and I'm hoping he gets here before I go back to my day job, so I can play with him and then later give you a toy review of Depth Charge. So, with all that said, y'all get out of here. I'll see y'all later. I was trying to do a Depth Charge voice because he was, as I say, he's got that Wolverine. I kind of think of him as the Wolverine of Beast Wars. Slag the High Council. Yep. So see you later.